Hello Tubesters, it's Gav and welcome to another one of my videos. Today I just want to show the final two figures in this Harry Potter miniature adventure game Professor's Pack. They obviously the Hogwarts professors. Anybody that's you've been following some of these, you know they're resin gaming pieces from Night Models. And we're going to be looking today at Dolores Umbridge and Gilderoy Lockhart. So let's get that out of the way. Have a look at Dolores first. I have given a sneak peek on Dolores before, but I finally just, all I had to do with her was a tiny little brooch and just lighten up the buttons slightly. I've done a bit of pink blush on the cheeks, so she's very pinkified. I went for this, I'm not sure if it's exactly the right pink really, but I've got this, get the old painty stick out, I've got this more like a corally look going on here. Sorry, get into focus again, camera. The face, I mean, apart from how I've painted the face doesn't look much like Dolores Umbridge at all, to be honest with you. Painted like the tights, in that type of tight look, whatever colour that is. And again, I've done some finding some of the promotional film stills. They're great actually because they've done a load of, as I say, I call them promotional film stills. They're not necessarily from the films themselves, but obviously what they've taken in the photographic studio. But yeah, it's not. I've tried to make her face fairly creased with age. Not sure if I've pulled that off really, but no, it's it was a nice figure to do. It took a bit of time doing all these like squiggly prints, which might not look much, and they're supposed to go thin, dark, light, whatever. So yep, that's Dolores. Here we've got Gilderoy Lockhart. Let's just see if we can pull back slightly. I've got some photographs on at the end, you'll probably be able to see them better there. I've gone for a more tandy look face, if that makes sense, because obviously he loved himself and you can just see him on his with his fake tan on or whatever. The waistcoat is, let's see if we can get in a bit. The waistcoat is like a satiny, silky, I wouldn't say gold look, like a yellow. It's not yellow either. It's I don't know what, you'd have to look at the film stills to see it really. I've done some imaginary little flowers on there because there's so little area to work with. You just got to be a bit careful going overboard. But I've yellowed it up slightly to give that like gold. I think it's like supposed to be like a gold silk look background, and the white's highlighting the very shiniest areas. I've done a slight bit of black lining on there. I'm not a fan of it, but there's a lot of material, if that makes sense. And up close it looks a bit ragged, but when you stand the figure away, it doesn't look so bad. I've given the figure like a stipply look, just to try, because this outer cloak's like a tweed. Well, it's not tweed, but it's that type of thing. This is like the actual jacket and trousers are like I don't know, like they've got like little flecks in them, almost like shiny. So I've tried to reproduce that. That was a really hard colour to reproduce. It's probably a bit lighter on the films. This is like a very dark browny black. At the moment it's showing more black than brown there, and I've gone over it with like a sandy colour just to give a sheen, rather than, it's because it's very like on the film stills, it's where the light's on it, it's very very shiny. So that's what I've tried to portray there. Probably not a great deal, but eyes on these are always an absolute pain to do because they're obviously so tiny. think I'll just clean that bit up slightly where that black's on the collar there. It's always the same, you get behind the camera and you suddenly notice things that you you wouldn't normally let go by. So no, but still enjoyable. Just a simple base. I've got to put a bit of filler in that end there that's sunk. No, he was a bit of a nightmare to do, just because to reproduce the colours in to try and reproduce the colours, you know, from the different materials he's wearing was quite a pain to do. There's some film stills showing him in his, because he's obviously got different colour lavender ones and blue ones, and I thought, why didn't I just, because I followed the box art well, you know, I then went off and found the film stills, but you know, I just thought he got a blue one. I thought, why didn't I just do blue? It's just about 4 different types of blue. I could have handled that. But I actually did enjoy him. You know, again, the figure, does he really look like him? I don't really think so. But he's in the style of Gilderoy Lockhart, you know, but maybe facially not really. So guys, thanks a lot for stopping by and taking a look. I hope everything's going well with you. I've got Hagrid and Fang to paint up over the next week or so. That's going to be enjoyable. I'm giving that away to a friend's daughter. She's just started Harry Potter, and she's a fellow Hufflepuff. So she's getting those two as a gift. So guys, again, thanks for stopping by and showing some interest in my videos. It's always appreciated. You take care of yourselves, and we'll catch each other very soon on another one.